Hey guys, today in the Analects of Confucius 5.21, we see a side of Confucius that we don't really get to know very often. Here he speaks very fondly of his disciples and desperately wants to go back home so that he could help them improve on their character. And without further ado, let's get started. 5.22. When the master was in the state of Chin, he said, let's go home, let's go home. Our young men back home are wildly spirited and unhewn. They are made of brilliant fabric, but they don't know how to shape their material. Okay, so for some background context, Confucius was traveling through the empire and was trying to find a ruler who actually cared about making his state a better place using the way. But he couldn't find any ruler who was actually interested in that, so he was very frustrated. Also, he began to think about what his disciples were up to in his home state, Lu. And so he is really kind of missing home. So he says, let's go home. And so by saying this, Confucius is essentially lamenting that he is done with these corrupt politicians and wanted to go back home and refine the future generation so that they will be the gentlemen, and they would be the people who care about making the state a better place. And so he describes the disciples as wildly spirited and unhewn. So what that essentially means is that they are wild, as in they're ambitious. They want to achieve really great things, but they can be impulsive and arrogant at times. And also they're very simple and broad-minded. So they did have big ideas, but they lacked discipline and attention to focus on the small details. And another thing that Confucius said was that they are made of brilliant fabric, but they don't know how to shape their material. So brilliant fabric is a really high praise. So that means they have the raw material needed to achieve really great things. But you can't have talent without discipline. So here's where Confucius comes in, and that's where he's most concerned. So if Confucius isn't there to help them prune, as in helping them cut excess things or cut things that aren't necessarily good for them, and help them grow the right way, then their true colors won't really shine out. And so yeah, that will be all today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!